Okay, good afternoon, classmates. So I will be discussing about the post-mortem care. So post-mortem care, from the word post means after, and then mortem means death, care. So if you will say post-mortem means after death care. Um, okay, post-mortem care, this is how the client's body is cared for after their death. So it includes cleaning off the client's body before transferring to the morgue, and also includes all the documentation, um, provision of support to the family, and then practice of self-care by the attending nurse assistant or nurse. So, in postmortem care, there are 4 stages. Actually, I checked in the internet, I think it's 7, but usually, as in the hospital, they only considered 4.
Yeah, that's right.
They only considered
The other 3, di ba there were 4 plus 3 equals 7. The other 3 is in the cemetery na. Ang last one is, I think, is skeletonization, where it's already skeleton. So, grabe no, even through death, you're still developing. You're still actually growing. That's part of the growth and development stage. Anyway, just nice to know. So what are those 4 stages?
The first is, so if the client is already dead, so after 15 to 20 minutes, it will become pallor mortis. It is where the skin pales due to blood pooling. So it's your skin gets pale. Namumutla na ba? Namumutla na. Next is after an hour or a few minutes, it will become algor mortis, which the body cools over time, or sometimes called a cold death.
Malamig na yung bangkay. Malamig na.
Lumamig na. Yeah, minutes or after an hour. And then after 2 hours, it will become rigor mortis, which is called muscle stiffen or stiffening of the body.
Ang Tagalog?
Batigas na.
Nanigas na siya.
Nanigas na siya. So in postmortem care, actually, we need to finish the postmortem care within that 2 hours, before 2 hours, because we cannot clean anymore the body if the deceased patient is already stiff. And then livor mortis, the 4th stage, where areas of cold blood begin to take on a bruise-like discoloration. Livor mortis. So first is pallor mortis, second is algor, then rigor, and then livor.
Livor mortis is after how many hours?
Livor mortis is after 2 hours.
But when you die,
Rigor mortis after 2 hours.
And then yung livor mortis
you become, look like
Pero
that.
mga ano? After na.
By the way, who declares death?
Only the doctor can pronounce the patient's death.
How does the doctor, what are the symptoms or the signs and symptoms of death?
So first thing is if the doctor pronounces death, or second is if you are familiar with the ECG with the electrocardiogram. If it's already, what's that? Flatline, flatline. If it's already flatline, means the patient is dead. And then the third is if there is no more pulse and no more breathing. No more breathing.
So
no more
the
pulse.
ECG is flat, and then negative pulse, negative breathing through the stethoscope, and when the doctor feels the pulse, there's no more pulse, and they cannot hear the pulse through the stethoscope, then that's positive death. I mean, it's death, confirmed death. Then the doctor declares the death.
Yeah.
So next.
Next is the things we need for the post-mortem care. So first is we need also the gloves, basin, and then this one is plastic or pouch envelope. We will use this one if ever the patients or the disease.
Speaking of, can you write down on your notes, what are the other terms of the dead body? Sige nga, write as many as you can. Tagalog, Bisaya. There na itong notes niya. Bilisan na. What are the other terms of dead body? What do you call that in Africa? The dead body. Oh, right? Huh? How do you call the dead body? Sige nga, or in gaming go, what is that? Yala, hurry up.
Tegi.
What do you call the dead body?
In your country, what's the other term
In
for dead
Malayalam.
body?
Sige nga, let me see. Oh, ano, sabat. Cadavers, usually the cadaver term cadaver is usually used in school or in reference to as a tool as a uniform for education, right? So in college you call it cadaver. So if you're a subject for educational purposes, I think cadaver. Pero that's also good. What is your entry? Disease, body. This is body, right? And disease is called. I think it's very formal if you call disease. It's respectful when you use the term disease. What else? The remains, the mortal remains. The mortal remains of Senator will be in the what?
Sa English yung Marichu. Kaya yung pangalan ko lagi ano. Bakit daw Marichu yung pinangalan sa akin? Kasi sa India, pag may report, marami naman tayo. Marichu, lagi na ba kami yung Marichu na?
Ikaw, anong entry mo? Ha? Cadaver at saka ano yan? This is dead. Ikaw?
Passed away.
Oh yeah, the passed away. The patient passed away because later what happened? The patient passed out. Passed away. Ikaw? Corpse. When do we use the term corpse? Sa morgue din, no? Or sa mga cartoons, sa mga movie.
Pero pagka-corpse, sir, if it's already, parang na siya, na-prepared na.
Agnas na.
No, not agnas, but already prepared.
No, in general lang, wala tayo mag-define. In general, corpse is dead, right?
Yes.
Ano pa yung sa'yo?
Descendants, bata na ba?
Ano?
Descendants.
Descendants? Deceased ba siguro? Baka nangopya ka lang ng pansamuro. Relics? Ang relics? Ano ba relics? Mga santo?
Body parts?
Mga blood, mga ganon.
Actually.
Relics. Okay, sige.
Expired.
Expired body or body.
Expired.
Okay. Okay, good to
Three
know.
yun, no?
Okay, so we need vaccine and then gloves and then this one plastic or any envelope. We can use this one if in case the deceased have any items with him. For example, watch, rosary, jewelry. You can put it inside and then give it to their family. So we will do that one just to avoid,
We understand. It's okay.
yun. Okay.
Going to this postmortem, CNA or nurse?
Nurse. Actually, for the CNA, if the nurse only asks us to help them or to assist them. And postmortem care, it's not usually done by one person only.
Ay, salamat. Ilan dapat?
At least 2 or 3.
What if it's 12 midnight ride?
And then diaper, we will use also for diaper. And then what's this one? Cravat, and then fitted sheet, towel, and then this one is the rubber bath. rubber bat, rubber sheet. And then the tags also. We need 3 tags. Tags. Oh, yeah. Tags. Tags tawag nila, pero yun, name tags. 3 we will put on the big toe after the after cleaning. Big toe and then 1 on the hand and then 1 is outside the.
For identification.
Yes.
Para sure ko lang nasa paa.
Baka magkapalit. Okay, next is...
Sorry to cut you off. May mga questions kayo, bakit ganun sa amin, parang hindi. What we're learning in school is actually standard. What's in your book is that standard as per the book, as per the guidelines. But obviously, a lot of things that you will learn in school, most of that is almost not the same in the field, in the actual. So, may difference talaga. So you just have to know the rules first in school so that when you go outside in the field, in the hospital, okay, ganito pala sa kanila. But the correct one, you know what's the correct one as per the book.
Next is the procedure for the post-mortem care. So first is, as we said earlier, check the physician's order. If physician's certification of the death of the patient, make sure the patient is already dead, already the doctor pronounced it the death of the patient. And then...
So it has to be also in the patient's chart? It has to be a medical order? Kailangan may order ni doc?
Order po, yes. Order that the patient's already dead, you can perform.
What if you perform post-mortem na the patient's alive pa pala, no? Alam mo patay na kasi ang lamig-lamig. Wala pang order ni doc. So first, number 1 talaga rule is it has to be ordered by the doctor to proceed with the post-mortem care.
Okay, next is, so as already the significant others that you will perform the post-mortem care for their loved ones. So for example,
Ako! Kasama ko yan! So ikaw pala, pinagpalit niya.
so for example, you will knock on the door first. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Mr. Johnson. I am Grace, the nursing assistant for today. Yes. No, it's a family. Ask the family, ano yun? Ask permission to explain to the significant others.
Ask the family.
Ask the family.
Okay, game?
Ask
Ask
permission.
na. Ask na.
Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson.
Good? What's good in the afternoon? My husband just died. I was with him for 78 years. Good afternoon, kakaroon.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson, I understand that it's been a tough time for you today. But just want to know that we're here for you also. I'm here also to perform the post-mortem care for your husband or.
So, what are the sympathy? Di ba, we're there as a carrier. We have to give care to the patients who lost their loved ones, right? So, how do we parang empathize with our patients? Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. My name is Kuan. So, I think you would learn that eventually pag nasa ibang, but if you're already in another country, you'd learn how to empathize with the people who have lost their loved ones. So, would you want me to stay here or should I go out?
Ask the family first if they want to stay here, to stay while doing the post-mortem care, or if they want to wait outside, then they just come back after the procedure. But as much as possible, we can encourage them to wait outside. So it's.
Ako din, I would agree with that because waiting outside or not able to see the procedure is for me less siya traumatic. And it will be a lot easier for me to carry on with my life or move on rather than seeing slowly na tinatanggal yung dextrose, as in lifeless na talaga yung patient. So it's better for them to stay outside.
Yes, but it still depends on them if they want to stay or no.
Cool. Number 3, prepare the materials. You've done that. Number 4, ask the family if they want to remain. We've agreed on that. Please allow them to go outside.
Yeah.
If in the ward, you have to provide
privacy
curtains.
also.
Okay.
Okay, so to provide privacy, even if the client is already dead, we need to give them respect, same like what we are doing when they are still alive.
Yes, sir. Can you please state your name and your date of birth?
And then, so yun, we'll do the post-mortem care. So draw the curtain, and then place the body in a supine position. And then, actually sir, is a pillow. I'm not really sure if we're going to remove or
Remove. Kasi di ba remember, at some point it will become rigid, right? So it's better to flat position or supine position. But there's actually one thing that you cannot read it in the books, but a lot it's been a culture in the hospitals that if somebody dies, they give a respect by being silent for a few seconds or a minute. Like I've experienced that in the operating room before, and our patients died on us. And then the doctor asked us to keep silent in honor for the dead patient. So others also, they make a prayer and they have that in their ID na somebody will lead the prayer for the person. So ikaw, if you believe in that, you can also do that for your patients before doing any procedure. You have to pray together with the patient. Diba? What is the last sense that we lost after you died?
Hearing.
The sense of hearing. Sight. Sight is, I think, is the first one. Before you die, you already close your eyes, right? What else? What?
Parang
Touch.
may tawag na corneal capacity.
Smell. Actually, it's the hearing. That's why, according to her, it's important that you talk to your patients, tell them what you're gonna do. I'm this like this. I will do the post-mortem care. You pray for the patients. Tapos magbulong ka na rin. Anong wish mo sa patient? Sana.
Give me number.
Okay, continue. And then, give privacy.
Privacy to the, draw the curtain to provide privacy, and then get your basin for the lukewarm here. And then actually, what we're doing for the post-mortem care, it is just same like what in the bed making. Bed bath. Okay, so put on gloves. Okay, this is the gloves. Then put on gloves.
Let me also just add that if in case of, for example, your patients died because of COVID or because of TB or because of anything that's infectious, you don't only wear gloves, right? You have to wear the complete PPE according to the precautions for that patient. So if it's COVID, even if they're dead, you have to wear everything, the N95, the cap, and everything. Okay. In general, gloves is already okay, and mask.
Yes. Okay, and then remove all jewelry or any personal items of the patients, and you have to put in your Ziploc. And then don't forget to document whatever items you have found to your clients. And then close patient's eyes. So if you're going to close like this one here, for example, this one. And then if ever the patient's the eyes is still not closing, you have to put cotton balls, wet cotton balls. Then you have to put it here. If it's still not closing, you have to put tape. Yeah. Tape. So cotton balls, and then put lengthwise. Vertical pala ganun. Patayo. Di ba lang dito? Ganun. Yung tape. Cotton balls and then tape. And then, after closing the eyes, also the mouth you have to close. First, if there is a denture, do not remove the denture.
If the patient died with a denture, then do not remove the denture. But if the patient died without the denture,
You have to put some. I know.
you don't have to put the denture. Paki-double check nga yan. Kasi lagi din ako confused.
Sir, kind of makes sense pala sa movies kasi may napanood ako na movie before na may tape siya dito. Yung pala yung purpose nun to close the eyes properly.
Paano mga na-accident?
Tapos
Crime ba? Matagal na. Ano yung
There are some people
pa ba yun?
when they die,
Sa mga krimen.
their eyes close immediately. Because I saw them.
But no, there are other patients who will.
Okay. If dentures are out pala, sir. If dentures are out, do not insert them. Place them in a labeled container.
Tagalogin mo man.
And give to their family.
Pag walang
Pustiso.
pustiso, itago lang sa labeled container.
Okay.
Pangalan niya, tapos ibigay kay family.
Pero pag namatay siya now with dentures, leave it
Leave
there.
it there.
Cool. Now, you have to close eyes, tape it if it's not closing, put lukewarm water if it's not closing, if it's not closing, then tape vertically. And also close the mouth. What if the mouth is not closing?
For the mouth, if it's not closing, you have to use the cravat. Cravat.
Cravat.
Ganun. Itatali mo siya ganun.
Hanggang sa tumigas
If there's no cravat available, you can just put towel. Towel or any
to support
put
the
your
chain.
ears and chain. Okay, next is...
What if basic ka, tapos after, nasa ano na siya ng stage, skeletonization. Hala, yung patient ko naiwan ko pala, patay na.
Next is if the client have tubes like NGT, catheter, we have also to remove that one.
It's called
Contraption.
Yes. Can you write it down? Contraption.
Removing of tubes.
So, can we go through the tubes from head to toe? Ano yung mga possible tubes na may remove?
Here, NGT, and then
Sa NGT, nasogastric tube. Sino nag-report ng NGT?
parang wala.
Who reported NGT? Wala?
Wala.
So if you have an NGT, there's a tube inserted into your nose, right? So, Mr. Johnson, I'm just going to remove your NGT. Okay, then slowly remove the NGT. Make sure you have a gloves, right? Because there's like mga discharges inside. And then, slowly put it in the yellow, yung infectious na dish, okay? There's a tape in the nose to hold on that, so make sure to remove the tape also. Done. NGT. Next, in the mouth. What could be inside the mouth?
Try it's here.
Ventilator, maybe.
Ventilator,
Yung
yeah.
vent. O yung naka...
Defibrillator ba? Defibrillator.
Defibrillator. Narinig na yun?
That's respirator.
Respirator, defibrillator. Game. So, tatanggalin niya. Next, tracheostomy. How to remove tracheostomy? Sino nag-report ng trach? Are we going to remove the outer cannula?
That I do not know. This is postmortem.
Actually, yeah, you do not remove the outer cannula. You only cover it with gauze.
But there is
Let the
a
morgue
specific
get
cover for it. That you will plug the tripe.
Okay. Pag may ganon, edi i-close. Pero pag wala, normally kasi gauze lang. I-cover lang ng gauze para pag may discharges, hindi lalabas. Okay? Next, IV. How do you remove the IV?
Remove the tape and then just pull the needle.
So first you get a cotton ball, right? And then you have to put it on the side of the needle and then slowly you remove katong IV, right? And then put it on this one, then tape the cotton ball here, right? Next is catheter. How do you remove catheter? Sino nag-catheter dito? Wala si Melissa. How do you remove catheter?
Same thing like NGT, just remove the, what's that?
Balloon.
Balloon.
How do you remove the balloon?
Get the syringe and then,
Deflate it.
yeah.
So if there's 10 cc of water inside the balloon, you have to also aspirate 10 cc and then slowly remove the catheter, right? Okay, what else? How about if there's wound?
What's that? The back?
The ostomy. The ostomy bag.
Ostomy bag.
Yeah, oo nga pala. What if this is ostomy bag? So remove the ostomy bag, cover the stoma with the gauze. And if you have the wound, make sure that you remove the old discharge or the old dressing and put on a new dressing. So basically what you're doing here is just to close everything as much as possible. Kasi once the patients will go through the stages of death, the blood and everything will just go out whenever they can go out. Pag may mga holes and everything, slowly dun lumalabas yung mga dugo. So keep it closed talaga siya or covered.
What about the clothes, sir? Do you have to remove it and then just cover it with privacy blanket? Or do you have to replace the clothes?
Actually, it's just the same thing but if you're doing the bed bath.
So you have to replace the clothes, okay. Bago yan. Kasi niliguan mo siya. Papalitan mo ng damit.
Next is, so after removing the equipment, tube, supplies, and then that's the time we'll do the bed making. Bath making.
Bed
Bed bath. Prefer ko yung bed bath, sir, or?
So, yeah. Paano yung bed bath?
Bed bath, same thing with the first, face first.
Sige nga, paka ng bed.
For example, small lang to, small meeting. Ayan. Then, put here and then the farthest place.
Inner, outer.
Ayan.
So, eyes, F, face,
Face. Then, ganun.
ears, wash, rinse, and dry. Ears, FN, N, nose, neck, nose, arms. Clean the arms, long, round, circular motion.
Ay,
Long,
farthest
round,
pa lang,
circular
sorry.
motion.
Farthest. Yeah.
And then, the breast or the chest.
Here.
Clean, okay, clean. Okay. FN, kal, chest, abdomen, legs.
Legs.
Long, circular
So,
motion.
Sa legs, pag ganun.
Okay, long circular motion. And then, perineum.
Dito sa singit.
Okay, from front to back. Okay, now, nalinis mo na yung mga singit-singit niyan. Tagal mo ng catheter. Then, I think you have to... So, finish now with the back also and everything. Next, you're done with the bed bath. Next. Meron pang 11, this one is important. Get cotton balls and put them on the patient's eyes, nares, in the nose, and the ears, and secure it with a cravat. Okay? Number 12. Bakit paulit-ulit yung instruction mo? Okay, number 12, maglagay ka ng cravat daw. Number 13, drape the patients with blanket, then remove the top sheets underneath.
To wrap the patient to be transferred to funeral home.
Okay, game. So now, gagawa na tayo ng shroud. Remove the patient's clothes for patients not able to perform the bed bath. Now, we're done with the bed bath. 15 is done. Number 16, put a diaper under wear patient's clothes. Remove the bath blanket. Give the family option. Parang hindi sunod-sunod to. Paulit-ulit, naligo na tayo ngayon. Naliligo na naman tayo ulit.
Hindi kasi sir, yung una yung sa mukha lang. Yung pang 15, yung sa katawan.
Okay.
Yun, tapos...
So now, nalinis mo na for the face, the body, and everything. What's
Lalagay
next?
diaper, sir.
Okay, put on the diaper.
Kasi may mga, discharge, skin emergency.
So obviously you have your linens there, you have your linings rather, the rubber sheets and everything to avoid.
Put diaper.
And then, naglagay tayo ng shrouds or drape. You know a shroud?
Yung facing, covering.
You know si Jesus? Di ba nang
Covering.
yung nag-ascend si Jesus sa heaven na iwan yung shroud? Na white?
Yes.
In the Muslim community, they also put it in the shroud. So white. Basically, it's just a blanket actually. Then you have to put this in a diamond shape.
Di ba sir, same lang to nung pag sa baby? Ang kaibahan lang, yung ulo.
You mean the swaddling? You remember the swaddling of the baby? Pinag-ibig na sabihin. Okay? Now, let's turn the patients on the other side in the count of 3. Okay? Lagay dito ganyan. Wala na pala kasi pala na pala ito. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then you have to put this one. Okay? And then, doon naman sa kabila, 1, 2, 3, then ilagay. Naiwan yung diaper, pero dapat naka-diaper sa patient. So, the eyes are closed, the nose are may mga cotton balls, ang mouth po naka-cravat, the ears have that, the wounds are draped, yung IV line kaya nakalagay ng cotton ball, remove catheter, wearing a diaper, clean si patients, para decent ba ang patient. Okay? Next is, you have the name tag.
Yes.
Asan nilalagay ang first na name tag?
First name tag lalagay is sa big toe.
Sa big toes.
Doesn't matter, sir. Left, right.
Doesn't matter? Well, let's check it out. Yung isa sa inyo dyan, hanapin ninyo kung nasaan ang name tag. So, ang pon ito, nakaganon lang yung kamay.
Yung kamay pala is nakaganon. Para if...
Nakaganon. Nakaganon.
Parang kayo, para in case na...
Style?
Ano ba yung mummified?
Yung pero...
No, it has to be straight, then go.
Why?
That's how it is. That is.
In the coffin, that's like that, no?
Yeah.
No?
Because
In the coffin like that?
Yeah, and they put in the funeral, they take in the funeral place, then baby there, they will transfer to their home.
So in the hospital, you're actually correct, but in the hospital, Jen, they usually do it like that, this or like that. Why? Because during transportation of the patient's remain or the body to the morgue, for example, there's a tendency na if you do like this, then the patients will do like this, and sometimes in the morgue, it will do like this or like that. So that's why they put it here and then they put a tie in here. Okay? So sometimes in the coffin also, di ba, patients usually like this, but yung mga dead, right? But it's actually like this. Itong thumb, naka-clip siya dun sa other arms, so that when it's become rigor mortis na, if it's already hard, then there's less tendency na ma-move yung patient's arms. So kapag hindi siya matanggal. Okay, game. So first, mag-shout na tayo. So, nakalagay na yung name tag number 1 in the toes. What's inside the name tag? What's written?
Name only.
The name only?
Name and...
The name, the death, time of death, or it depends siguro sa sa company. So nakalagay doon ng kanyang pangalan, lugar o tirahan at signature. Tapos ibulog sa mga pinakamalapit na drop boxes sa main entrance ng ABS-CBN Modern Ignacio, Quezon City. Take mo na. Okay, next is yung paa. Yan.
Sir, kung ikaw ganyan, hindi makikita yung name tag.
Oo. May 3 pa naman, may 2 pa.
May dalawa pa.
So, pag
Sa labas na lang.
Let's see kung hanggang kailan.
Kasi tape hands and at the bed.
And then, i-tape mo na lang dito. Tapos yung LBC na tape or yung...
Packing tape.
Okay?
yung mukha hindi tatabunan siya.
Hindi pa. Ano ba naman
Kasi
natin
pwede ko
next?
siyang i-view ng family.
O, linisin mo na yan. After ito, put on the diaper, remove the bath blanket, then do your aftercare, and then we'll ask the patient's family to view, not the family. That's why you don't close this one just yet. Okay? Where's the second tank?
Sa Guerrero.
So the second tag will be outside the shroud. Okay? And then here at the back, after the patients or family or significant others have come, you have to pay the respect them. This time, the room is already clean, the patient's already presentable, so it will be less traumatic for them to go through the grieving process. You agree?
Agree.
So ngayon, pwede na sila, I can give you 5 to 10 minutes just to say goodbye to your family member. So, bakit ka ba tayo?
Nag-ma-request pa.
Bakit nasa iyak-iyak? Hinanti ka! Mali ka bukuan. Hindi mo kong gibiyaan.
Pero pagka infectious, sir, ang cause of death,
Wala,
na
depende
ganun.
sa protocol na rin ng hospital kung pwede or hindi pwede. Di ba like the COVID times? So, tapos na. Okay na ako, bro. Tapos, nilalagay na natin dito si Sel. And then tape na. And then body bag. The body bag. Okay, lagay mo na yung body bag. Lagay mo na yung body bag. And then,
Zipper.
so the third,
Then sa outside
the zipper. So, di ba may zipper? Doon na yung next na name tag or tag. So, 3. Name tag in the body bag, in the shroud, and in the toes. But then, this is just standard, no? If you're gonna go to other countries or other hospital, maybe they have a different way of doing that. But the principle is, your patients, the dead body should still be identified properly, right? So there should be an identification somewhere else. Then, tapos na. Okay, then you have to bring the patients to the ward.
May question. Ayan, para sa